Hey y'all, so I just want to get on here and say nowadays it's very important to have some sort of faith that propels you through life, the good times and the bad times. Because right now, and probably like in the near or even the distant future, there's going to be a lot of issues in society that are going to come up that are going to make you question, yourself in ways that will make you low key go into like a downward spiral. And it's kind of just a natural human reaction to react to such like distress and pain that way. You know what I mean? It's our natural reaction to be like, oh my god, like if you're like a person that is caring, if you're a person that cares about these kind of things, especially if you're empathetic and you're in tune, you're gonna be like emotional, and that's okay. But you have to remember that one, you have power. You have power in your voice. You have power as a citizen, and you have power as one person to make change. This is what they taught us when we were younger, right? One person can make a change, and we kind of grew up because of whatever we were taught, like in life and through our situations, like kind of like pushing that idea to the back of our head, like there's no way that that's true. You know what I mean? What can I do? I'm tell you what you can do. You can keep speaking up. You can keep fighting about the issues, and you can use your voice to shed light on like the certain instances. And if that's not something that you want to do, then I understand that, because not everybody wants to be in the light, not everybody wants to be seen. But in that case, you have to make sure that you're shielding your energy from becoming like completely weakened um, by what you're seeing, by what you're experiencing. You can't let these trials and tribulations break you. You can't let these trials and tribulations make you say, you know what, there's no hope. Because you know what? There's always hope. As long as you're able to have hope, there's hope. And that's what a lot of us forget. We're like, well, like, just look how bad it is. Like, what can I do about it? Well, think about it like this. If everybody out there had the mindset that we could do something, great change would occur. But now picture if everybody stayed in that limited mindset of what can we do? Nothing would happen, right? Beautiful thing is there are always going to be people that are going to want to get up and make change. But there's got to be less resistance to that. There's got to be people, more ready to either speak up or share this stuff, you know what I mean, like get the word out and kind of just be like, hey, did you hear about this? But the thing is, we need to do what we need to do without letting it break us. Those great people in history who went through all that pain and went through all that stress, and they were like freedom fighters and stuff like that, for whatever their cause was, they knew how to stay strong in the face of adversity, in the face of disbelief, in the face of hardships. Like, they suffered, they saw some of the worst things imaginable in life, but because of their strong spirit of perseverance, they made a change in the world, and people saw them, and people recognized their name for the great things that they put out into the world. And even the smaller people, just doing the reposts and stuff like that, like spreading that important information, is very essential. But back to the main course at hand, because sometimes I like dial off the subject. Anywho, you cannot let things break you. You cannot let things get you so low that you're just like, oh, there's no hope. Because I'm gonna tell you the truth. The only way that there is no chance is if you allow it to be. If you sit down and say, well, I know I can't do anything, and I don't have faith anybody else can do anything, that's literally you affirming. That's literally you just telling the universe, like, you know what, whatever. Like, I give up, let them win. For what? Don't you want to see a better tomorrow? Don't you want to, be able to be strong in the face of these issues? And some people will be like, yeah, but like, I just don't think I can do it. That belief right there, that's what's stopping you. You can do anything that you put your mind to. You just have to be able to tell yourself that you can. And then you have to make yourself believe it. How do you make yourself believe it? Not by telling yourself over and over and over again, but by actually getting within yourself and addressing dark things that you might be holding on to, or other ideals and views that other people might have projected onto you that made you feel like you can't do what you want to do. Because there's going to be a lot of people in your life, when you're somebody that's trying to make a change, that are going to act like you're crazy for trying to do that. They're going to kind of be like, okay, like Mrs. Peace or Mr. Peace, like you just believe in something that's not achievable. That's not true. Because sometimes the only difference between a person that makes a change and the person that didn't is that that person just kept going. In fact, it's really not even sometimes. That is the difference. So think about what limiting views you have of yourself, and think about the reason you have them. Is it because you actually believe that? Or is it because society has projected it onto you? Is it because of issues that you went through that now make you think that way? Then that's something that you have to work on. If you want to make a change in the world, you got to start within yourself. I'm talking to the man in the mirror, and I'm asking him to change his ways. Nobody really pays attention to that song. All of the work that you need done for healing starts with you. Okay? And you can blame it on everybody else, and you can look around and you can say, oh, well, this happened and this happened. That's true. But you have to find the lessons in the pain. And you have to find the spirit of endurance. Because that's what we need. At times like this, not giving up not, being rude to each other and being mean. We need to band together as humans, band together as a society, and be there for one another. And we need to be strong during these times to let people know that we won't be broken. Like, yes, your voice as a citizen matters. Your voice as, a person in your community matters. And literally, domino effect starts with one person, one thing, one incident. Be that. You know what I mean? Like, do what you want to do for the betterment of your society and the world as a whole, because you want to do it. Don't worry about if other people won't do it. You know what happens when people start positive ripples? It literally goes throughout the world, and people gravitate towards that positivity and start getting inspired to do it themselves. So be a person that is strong. Be a person that wants to do the inner work and heal. And just watch how many people will follow you. And it's not about fame. It's about inspiring people to change for the better. Like, I believe in you. If nobody ever told you that, I'm telling you that right now. I believe in you. And you can make that change. Your voice is not meaningless. It has a lot of power. You just have to stand in it. And stay strong. Because the only way somebody can break you is if you allow them to.